Got an expired Nigerian passport? You might still be able to fly home, but only if you know the rules in 2025. Forget about filling out the landing card if you're traveling home with an expired passport, because the Nigerian Immigration Service website hasn't updated that section yet, and we can't just sit back while you are left confused and worried about how to get home. So let's clear this up right now. Can you really fly to Nigeria with an expired Nigerian passport in 2025? Some say yes, others swear it is impossible, and a few whisper it depends on who you know. Rumors are everywhere, but what's the real truth? So I visited the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja to get the real answer, and while I was there, I also discovered something else. But first, let's talk about the one thing every Nigerian in the diaspora needs to know: how you can still return home even if your passport has expired. So I didn't waste time. I went straight to the Nigerian immigration desk at the airport for answers. And I met an officer who explained exactly how to travel back with an expired passport and what applies if it is lost, damaged, or you are traveling with an infant, and when to use an emergency travel certificate. And I'll also give you the names of a few airlines that are willing to fly you back home with your expired passports. Are Nigerians still allowed to return home with an expired passport in 2025? And if yes, what exactly is expected of them before they fly?
That is very interesting. Since around 2021, during late President Buhari, there is a circular that any Nigerian returning home with an expired passport, he is free to come back, and the airlines are bound to carry him home. So when he came home, so we advised him to go and get a new passport. So any Nigerian that has an expired passport, he is free to come back. No need for him to go for a visa. Just use his foreign passport and the Nigerian passport, come back. If you don't have the foreign, use the Nigerian expired. Come back home, get new one, good to go.
That is if the airline allows them.
They have to comply, because it's an order from the government. So it's an order, they have to allow them come in. If a passenger is being stranded there, maybe you can contact immigration. We give them the copy of the circular from the presidency. So they will use it, the airline will, because we have discussed with them. So, but at times we used to get some, there are some problems somewhere. Something like that, but there is compliance with that. Nigerians are coming with the expired passport, but some they don't know. They go and do visa. So when they come, we advise them, next time you are free. Don't waste your money, do visa. You are a Nigerian coming back home, expired passport will not stop you. Use your expired passport, come back home, and then renew it. While going back, stamp you out. Or
they get an emergency travel certificate?
Yeah, you can get emergency traveling certificate with your expired passport or lost passport.
Okay.
But with expired passport, you don't need to do that ETC, expired emergency travel certificate. What lost, damaged, or mutilated passport, you can get your ETC and then travel with it. Or an infant may be born outside, you can get for him. His Nigerian parent gets for him ETC, then you travel on it. So when he comes, they get for him a new passport.
Okay, and when they arrive here?
Yeah, there's no problem. We collect the ETC, then we document his status. We check his status, scan the ETC, and then let them go keep the ETC. The ETC is ours, just for one journey.
Okay, but do they have to pay any charges or fine when they arrive?
When they come in with an express passport, we wrote on it, guys, on not the cover page, the first page, page 1. On the top, we advise them when we put the date that they are advised that they should renew it. There is no stamp. We don't stamp on an expired document. The expired document is not being scanned. You cannot scan expired document and you cannot stamp it, because something expired, you cannot. There is no authority on it. You can't. You can't be traveling with it. So stamp is an authority, but we don't stamp it and we don't scan it. So we just give you. When you go, you renew it, you come back, then you start endorsement on the new passport.
What about extreme cases? For example, if someone's passport has expired for more than 20 years, can they still benefit from this policy and be allowed into the country?
Even those that has the MRP, that is the manual passport, that is the one that is before 2007. Before in 2007, we switched to e-passport. So anything before 2007 is MRP, that manual passport. That doesn't have a chip. You cannot scan it. Anyone can get it anywhere. But this one, it has security features. Anything, there is a chips, everything. So if you come with that one too, you will come in. you'll come back home, we will take it back. So when you go back, you will now do a new passport, because that one is no more.
No more.
Yeah, it's not a legal.
Okay, so you collect that one from them.
Yeah, we collect it.
Okay.
But if you have a visa inside, active visa, there are some that has their visa is like live to stay. I think they call it live to stay. Their visa doesn't expire. So that one will leave it with you.
Okay.
But even though when you come in, we'll allow you to go with it. But when coming back, that means, because I told you we used to sign on it.
Okay.
Yeah, we wrote advice. The date we advise you. So when you come back, you know that maybe you don't want to renew, or you don't have time to do that. So it is just for one time. So if you come back again, we can seize it.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you need to renew. As you come back, that is the window we gave you to just come back home, renew it. So that is all.
Thank you so much. There is no clearer explanation than this. Now you know, as a Nigerian citizen, you can still fly home even with an expired passport. And if you hold dual citizenship, you don't need to waste money applying for a visa just because your Nigerian passport has expired. You can travel home without stress. But you might be wondering, is this order still valid? Yes, it is. The federal government has not revoked it because the very reason it was introduced still exists today. And how did it all start? Actually, this policy started during the tenure of the late President Muhammadu Buhari. Back then, Nigeria was experiencing a severe shortage of passports. Because of this, many Nigerians in the diaspora were unable to renew their passports. To address the situation, the government issued an order allowing citizens overseas to return home with expired passports. Even now in 2025, because of the lengthy process involved in delivering new passports to Nigerian missions overseas, this delay often means people may not receive their passport in time for travel, so the order is still considered valid. And when it was introduced, the directive was circulated widely to all airlines flying to Nigeria, Nigerian embassies, and every sector of the aviation industry. And this was done to help Nigerians abroad return home without stress and renew their passports here, which is often much faster. So yes, it is still in effect today because the order was issued on behalf of the federal government of Nigeria through the Nigerian Immigration Service, which remains fully operational today. And since it was an official government directive, not a personal instruction, it continues to hold full authority and remains in effect. However, it is important to note that there is no penalty for airlines that choose not to comply. But if an airline refuses to carry a passenger under this provision, the passenger can present a copy of the order. But even after presenting a copy of the order and your airline still won't let you travel with an expired passport, there is another option left for you: the emergency travel certificate. This is a 30-day grace period permission issued by any Nigerian embassy or consulate to its citizen and comes with a fee, but the cost depends on where you apply. And the good news, you can get it in just one day. But there is a catch. It is for one-time use only and expires 30 days from the date it's issued. That means you should only apply when your trip is confirmed, your ticket is booked, and everything else is ready. Otherwise, you risk wasting both time and money. I also messaged the Apis airline and they confirmed they have no problem flying Nigerians home on expired passports. So for those of you in the UK, you can now travel with confidence. Also, airlines like Air France, Lufthansa, and Turkish Airlines also comply with this directive. If you know of others, drop them in the comments to help fellow Nigerians. But remember, always call your airline ahead of time. Ask clearly about their policy and confirm if it applies to both direct and transit flights. Explore your options and avoid last-minute airport drama. And once you're in Nigeria, don't forget to plan on how to renew your passport at any immigration office across the country. And the best part, passport renewals have become more streamlined, so you can even schedule your appointments in advance to suit your travel plans. And don't worry about how and where to get the directive, as we have it here for you. So go ahead and download the official Nigerian Immigration Directive using the link on the video description. Okay, so if this video helped you, share it with someone who needs the information. Thank you for watching.